Danganronpa.
Hey guys, my name is Phantom, and today we are back with Danganronpa once again. In last place we left off was the class. Well, we're getting right to that class trial. Actually, we didn't start it yet, but you know I wanted to hold it off for its own thing. So yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. Right in front of those red doors. Nothing else really to do but this, so let's just get straight into it. Like I said. So is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind? Are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. Really? Yeah, because she's a little loony. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on!
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, what? Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and just drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. That's definitely not an exaggeration. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't... Shit. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So now that everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator. Let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki. She's so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. That's probably why they killed her. Someone had made the choice to kill a girl like that. That murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Are we gonna do this? Are you just gonna go through this every time? This way. There's no escape for any of us. Oh no. Alright, let's do this. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. We have a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. Man. Steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh and it's so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Ooh. Alright, let's go. Set skills. Increases the time limit for... Costs 3 SP. I don't really think I need any. Do I? How do you get more of those power-ups if... I'm probably not gonna use them though. I kinda don't want to. Whatever, let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Yeah, no, these trials give me a break on my voice, so I can... You know, I can just let it happen.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
Do you need to explain this again, though?
If you pick the wrong one, Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. We know that. Oh yeah, I was about to say I forgot what it was. It was a dumbbell. Jeez, maybe that we do need to talk it out.
Fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh wait, it's triangle. Never mind. You're not. Shit! Oh, you're not wrong.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head
I'm
wound.
too eager.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, I missed this.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Yeah, what she said.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah, she digs deep like that. Not me though.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Were you accusing me again?
For real? Chihiro's killer is
That'd be very funny.
the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Just like Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. But humor, absolutely. Let me know. Saying lines of white noise will appear. Oh, okay, yeah, the white noise. Your truth bullets would disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. There's a way to keep the white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button. I'm playing with a PlayStation controller. Press the X button to attach the silencer. That sounds crazy. Which you use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. I didn't know that. Or like, I forgot that. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise will appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. I sure will. I'm just playing on the default difficulty, so.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Hey, you get
Why?
seconds from it.
What makes
It's cool.
it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, it's wrong!
No, that's wrong. I'm saying it every time because it's just.
Might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
And it's kind of effed up. Sayaka was gonna be. It would have been right next to us in a class trial too. To be just sitting next to her portrait every time.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the
Damn.
Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So
Yeah.
let's forget about that for now.
You know, I don't want to.
More
Some
importantly,
government
it
figures
outlines
on us.
all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written
The
at the scene
message
of
was
every
in
murder.
bloodlust.
Oh, that's right. Booblust.
No.
It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other
Big
characteristic,
dumbass.
and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public?
Yeah, that's
What the hell is it?
That's an important part. No one
Why
knew.
don't you tell them, Makoto?
No, I have to answer. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case with the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has something to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
I got it!
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Yeah.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Unless one of y'all is a high-level police official.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Damn!
Genocide Jack's true identity
straight to it, huh?
is Toko Fukawa.
He did not hesitate.
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
That trash one.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Oh. Ah, Hangman's Gambit. What are you looking for? S. Oh, oh. It's, what's this? Is it Schizo?
Now I understand.
That sounds like, it sounds like a slur saying that.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Could we word it better than that?
I think I read that
Not that
somewhere
she's
in
a-
the file too.
Yeah,
I thought that
I'm
the
not gonna say
suspect
it.
might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity
Let's just
disorder.
say that.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality. Her behavior changed, right? Or is it she fainted? Well, I mean, her behavior did change. She started acting funny.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting
When-
totally different than usual, right?
That's right.
She's like,
Think
Patrick.
back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up,
Yeah, that's it. Something's up with her.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Shut up, bruh.
not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room,
Excuse me.
it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
She wanna unleash the beast. I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
What? Do you
Last
know?
night, just
Did you
before
already
Monokuma
know?
gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
Right, Toko?
Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You
Uh-oh.
promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world.
Shouldn't sound like
not
this.
some romantic
You know,
fantasy
I'll
fairy
be stitching
tale.
too.
Besides, you broke your promise first.
Oh?
You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry I couldn't keep our promise. Oh,
You said
shit.
if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Damn.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's
Yeah,
left is to hear from the
I don't
person
got
in
nothing to
question
say.
directly.
This is...
The person you don't mean.
Genocide Jack, come forth! Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. He just thought it echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... What
Hello
the...
there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What the hell?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide
The
Jill!
ultimate murderous
What the
fiend.
fuck is this?
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
What in the hell?
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
That's a tone
This
like
one
that.
is so different from the one we've
It's
come
just
to know.
out.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Oh.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid creepazoid.
Oh,
And
she's the
another thing,
creepazoid?
the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive.
What
the
in
act
the
of
shit
living itself
is-
causes pain for everyone.
Just kidding again.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
So
There's clearly a motive, so there should
we're
be
gonna
no
kill
doubt.
both of them?
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about genocide.
The
Jack.
music is way louder
If a
than the
secret
voices
like
right
that
now.
came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Much as I hate to admit it.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Maybe you're working with the killer?
I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. Here we go again. What we got? Status of the dead body. Oh right, yeah.
But I didn't kill anyone.
She didn't get
You
stabbed.
say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
That was probably it right there. I'm not gonna hold back though. Or I am gonna hold back.
Give it up.
Just let it repeat.
You killed her.
Sorry, but
You say that, but
Perhaps if you had an
When you compare your past murders, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Are you serious?
Give it up. You killed her.
No, okay.
If you compare your
modus operandi matches.
No, it's wrong.
That was so dumb, bruh. Went away like the last second.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
I'll show
You
you.
don't know? Well then, human garbage,
Yeah.
let me tell you!
Dang.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Yeah, it's bugging me. My voice volume is maxed. How?
Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using Ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Can they use?
This is
Can they
no
just say
creation
that?
of mine.
Those are name brands, bruh.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
One clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see the victim's fatal injury.
I got it!
Hurt
For
her.
one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, They were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Herder.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Enough food analogies.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. As far as the other Genocide Jack cases, all the victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you see a clear difference. What was used to suspend her?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Not the scissors.
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
That's Big Mac.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Huh?
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Okay. I don't know this at all. There's a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. But you look at the names of it, what you'll notice is... Ah, shit, I can't answer? Because Chihiro was her lover. I'm answering that. Because Chihiro was her lover? Oh, you talking about girl and girl just gonna blossom in the chaos. Don't be crazy. Why are you trying to force me to be all lovey-dovey, happy, hippy-dippy with some girl? You just don't get it. What was that? You say something? No, nothing at all.
Shoot.
Oh yeah, I was worth the elf.
I got it!
Because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases,
they were
all the victims had
dudes.
something in common.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
What in the
I
hell?
can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
What is wrong with her?
The hell is wrong with you?
That's what I'm saying.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
What in the
Would an Italian
fuck?
chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
I mean, she could have just killed the dude, right?
Lowly cur!
Oh.
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious
She has a point.
That does make some amount of sense.
Yeah, she's not that stupid.
Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Oh, but you still kill him with the scissors.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What?
Da-da-da-da!
What in the
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
You just have them on you? How? How did you even get those in here?
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Okay. If you say, how the
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Unless someone else just read the book. Actually, hold on. There is one person who like I said, someone else could have read it, but the only person we know of that also read that book is you.
Here's my answer.
Byakuya Togami.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying
This doesn't
Mr.
look good for
Togami
you,
did it?
man.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Flashback. In locker rooms, so suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? Because nobody searched the locker room. Let's start with the girls.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it?
Are you gonna make me answer?
Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. New element. Let me know. Next, we're gonna add something called a truth flashback. You aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. You shoot or change the truth bullet, it'll disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use flashback feature as many times if you want. Once you have the answer to a lie or contradiction, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and may use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'll be real with you, I
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Oh, so you
He was
can
acting
steal.
weird.
Oops, fuck.
If you're presenting...
So you can steal, so you can like steal somebody's words, well, not steal, but like borrow somebody's words and use them to refute a statement.
That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a... So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first.
Yeah, this Monokuma file probably won't do anything then.
What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Shut the hell up. Doesn't make sense how we could have known before we even found it.
So,
That's
you
it.
said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
Before we found the body.
If you're
Yeah, I've never
presented
seen
with
this
the
feature.
opportunity to check out
The
the
true
girls'
flashback.
locker room,
That's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
How would you know that?
No, that's wrong.
Oh my gosh, wait.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that.
What do you mean?
Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Down corner, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be? Thank you, Kyoko. The desk lamp. Ah.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
You're full of shit!
What's wrong?
No, that's wrong.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say...
that cord?
That extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
This doesn't look good for you, Byakuya.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
What are you thinking, Makoto?
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Uh-huh.
What about all that bothers you?
Oh my god, why are you saying that to me? What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean she was killed in there? Can we just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got
The scene of the crime.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Why are you
She was
saying
found
it like
dead
that,
in the
dude?
girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Hmm?
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Byakuya, did it just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There's something that switched. I got this. The carpet. Couldn't be anything else. Wait, there's two different ones. A carpet and disappearing stain. The posters? Shit! Wait, yeah, that's it?
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
We have to mention she has big boobs every time we bring it
Those
up.
massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
Yeah, there's the,
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yeah.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it!
The boys'
stain on
locker
the
room
girls'
carpet.
locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that? Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, wait, really?
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten to the boys' locker room somehow? Okay, let's see what you got. The broken e-hand. Yeah. Leon's, right?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
I don't think Monokuma will let her
I'm sure
do
that
that.
would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
But it was...
If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no...
Yeah, that handbook was busted, though. Even though Monokuma claims it was unlikely.
Is it really? Could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have been.
Yeah, I don't... She used the thing that...
Huh? What?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
No, that's wrong.
Gotcha.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
I know, right?
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yeah.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
No.
You can't fix an e-handbook.
I'm telling you, he wouldn't let that happen.
A security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like
telling
there's
me
no
I'm
way
wrong?
she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in a girl's locker room and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree.
Yeah, Kyoko to save us all.
I
Let's
think
go.
you're on the right track.
Oh, excuse me.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right?
The clutch player, Kyoko Kirigiri.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial?
What?
I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Now we get a break.
Huh?
Alright,
It'll
is that
make things more
what I'm hearing?
exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it
Yeah,
you want to
hungry
show
anyways.
us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let's get the freak out of here for a little, you know what I mean? So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... Oh, I'm gonna cut this off right here. There will be a part 2 coming soon, so be on the lookout for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment if you might see more, and goodbye now.